Hey guys, welcome back to our channel. Today we're making a very special dish. We're making lobster with some pasta and fresh arugula. This dish is packed with rich flavor and a little bit of kick from all the seasoning. So I've already went ahead and prepped our lobster. Now all I'm gonna do is cut them in halves. I prefer to do it this way because of the way we're gonna cook it. So we're just gonna go ahead and finish cutting all of the lobsters. This is a total of 3 pounds for these 4 tails. But as you're cutting them, when you open it up, you would want to make sure that it's also clean on the inside. Sometimes there's veins in there. I like to remove them, wash them again, just to make sure everything is good before we cook. Alright, so we just basically need to finish cleaning up our lobster and set that aside, and then we're going to move on. I'm going to get some water in a pot for some pasta. Okay, and while the water is boiling, we're going to go ahead and gather the rest of our ingredients, starting with 2 small shallots and 1 whole garlic that we're going to chop up and set it aside while we gather the rest of our ingredients. For this recipe, I'm using 1 cup of heavy cream. I'm pretty much just prepping everything and setting it aside, so once our pasta is ready, we could get started and everything would move along quickly. Let's go ahead and get this strained. So the next step is starting the base for our lobster, and I'm going in with 1 tablespoon of butter and then 2 tablespoons of olive oil. As you guys know, I like to eyeball everything, so it looks like 2 tablespoons to me. But don't worry, I'm gonna leave all the ingredients step by step for you guys. And then we're going in with 2 teaspoon of minced garlic. And then we're also gonna use the fresh chopped garlic that we did earlier. We're also adding in about a teaspoon of hot chili paste. And then give that a quick mix and let everything, marinate together in our butter and olive oil before adding in our shallots and the rest of our fresh chopped garlic. Okay, this fresh garlic and the shallot is gonna bring so much flavors into this meal. So let's go ahead and mix everything up and let that saute for about a minute. Alright, next we're gonna add in some Italian sofrito, which is basically some sun-dried tomatoes, sea salt, garlic, red pepper, parsley, rosemary, sage, and some onions. If you don't have this, by all means you could use like fresh ingredients from your garden. You could add in some chopped up onions. I just like to use this because it has so much flavors in it. And then of course we're going to add in our all-base seasoning, which goes perfect with any seafood that you're making. But it have a lot of bold flavors in it. Now that all of this is sauteed for about a minute or so, we're going to go ahead and add in our lobster. I like to place them butterfly down only because I want all of those bold flavors of the spices to get right in there as we sauteed this. And this is going to go on each side for about 2 minutes. We don't want to overcook our lobster. Alright, now it's time to go ahead and flip these over and let it cook again on the other side for 2 minutes. Again, we want to keep an eye on it. Again, lobster cooks very quickly and you want to control your heat. I have my heat on very low right now, so our meat could cook evenly throughout. Okay, now let's go ahead and season our lobster with some salt and pepper. I purposely waited to do this way because I want to control the flavors of this dish and did not want to put our salt and pepper on the base of the seasoning to overpower it. And we have one last ingredient. So we're going to add in some smoked paprika. This is going to bring out all those bold, smoky flavors and give it a nice kick. And that is it for seasoning or cooking our lobster, I should say. We're going to go ahead and pull this out. And then into the same pan, we're going to prep for our sauce. But the smell and aroma in my kitchen right now is so good. It smells so delicious. I have a house full of people waiting to eat patiently. That is looking good. So into our pan, we're going to pour in our 1 cup of heavy cream. And then when we strain the pasta, I save the water. So we have 2 cups of pasta water going in. And you want to make sure you give this a good turn when you put it in. And I like to use a wooden spoon just so you could scrape all of those flavors from the bottom and have everything marinated together. We're going to go in with some more sofrito. And some granulated garlic. So lots of layers of garlic going in here. We had our mince, we had the chopped, we have the granulated, and now we have some more Old Bay seasoning, some more paprika, and salt and pepper, of course. This is a lot of seasoning, or it may seem like, but we need to flavor every layer of this dish to make everything work together. One last thing that we need is going to be some fresh lemon. So I'm using half of it directly into the sauce for our pasta. And the other half we're going to save so we could squeeze it on the top when we finish assembling everything back together. Just give everything a quick mix, make sure everything is marrying together. And we have one last ingredient that I almost forgot about, and that's going to be some sun-dried tomatoes soaked in olive oil. We're going to be using about 1/4 of a cup, and you just want to give it a quick chop if it's in big chunks, and then add it into your sauce. Now it's time to bring everything together and go ahead and add in our cooked pasta right into our pan. The combination of the pasta water and the heavy cream is just gonna marinate really well with our pasta and help it to stick to it. We just want to toss everything together and so everything is combined. Now that our pasta is cooked, we're gonna go ahead and finish it off with our fresh arugula. The heat from the pasta is just gonna slightly welt everything in and give this dish a nice balanced texture full of bold flavors. Look at that, guys. Perfectly coated pasta. The pop from the color of the arugula, the dried tomato, everything looks so good. And the smell, the aromas in the kitchen is just delicious right now. It's time to finish this off by adding in our lobster. I like to just sit it on the top because it's already perfectly cooked. It's perfectly flavored. We don't need to add anything else to it, except if you want to go ahead and drizzle some olive oil at the very end and some fresh grated Parmesan, which is always a plus. This is looking incredible. I cannot wait to try it. I know Jay is waiting along with his cousins that are visiting. Everybody's patiently waiting around the kitchen to get started, to eat, I should say, to have dinner. The lobster is looking so good, so rich and buttery. Now it's time to finish it off with some fresh squeezed lemon. Guys, I hope you try this recipe. It was fun making it for you guys. It is absolutely a delicious meal. It looks fancy, perfect for a date night. If you guys love this recipe, give this video a thumbs up, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to drop us a comment below. Let us know what's your favorite way to cook your pasta. I'd love to hear all about it. And until next time, have a great one, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.